Well, hello people. My name's Ian. Welcome to my shed. And the problems I'm having with my Index 40H mill. And I'm trying to take the quill apart, the head, the spindle out, and it ain't having it. Well, I'm going to tell you, I've done something. And what I've done has proved that I'm doing it wrong. I don't know the right way, but what I've done is definitely not the right way. It'll work. I've only half done it, and what I've done works, but it's not right, and I'll explain that. Let's have a look. Oh, but first, this week at work, a representative came to work. It's getting near to Christmas time. They pop in, say hello, thanks for the business, etc. This one, he brought me a pen. He says, fancy this pen. It's got a little rubber end so you can write on your iPhone or tablets without scratching it. I said, that's good. And it's a pen as well. But he said, yeah, it's a 3-in-1 pen. You stick it out, turn it around, and press the end. It's also a torch. And it's a very, very bright, tiny torch. And I went, you know, I'm looking for something like that. That is going to be so useful for me. You know what I'm going to use it for? I'm going to shine it down that hole to see what's at the bottom of it. So let's take it off. Let's show you. Well, let's show you what I've done. Come on. You might recall I took it off the mill, brought it in here. All this was rusty. I've been giving it some sanding, wire brushing, and I'm getting the most of it off. I ain't going to take all the rust off because I do have a chemical in my paint cupboard that when you paint it on rust, it turns it into a finish, a black finish. I think it's phosphoric acid, I'm not certain. Well, it's called Q rust, but it does the job. Used it many years. So any rust you've got turns it into a hard black wearing non-rusting finish. But it does only work on rust. It works with the iron oxide. So there's a chemical equation there. If it is phosphoric acid, phosphorus is going to react with the oxygen in the iron oxide to produce, I don't know, phosphorus iron. I didn't do chemistry. Right, that's cleaned up. You'll recall, zoom in here for you. You recall there's two large bolts that spun round, and I said that if I remove this wedge like that, that would allow me to take a little bit of fiddling those captive nuts out. When I took them out, I did actually black one side and scribe an arrow on that said it points to the inside, so I know which way to put them back. So with them off, I can put this in my vise. So that in the woodworking vise, which is handy, because if I don't tighten this up too much, it does allow me to spin it round. As I said, a tiny overview of this. The spindle, the shiny bit, is attached to this worm screw via this phosphor bronze nut. There are two Allen headed bolts at the bottom of this phosphor bronze nut attached to a flat on the quill. You access them by lining those 2 holes up with 2 holes in the acme thread and withdrawing them. That's what the instructions tell me. The instructions say that when you have withdrawn the bolts, you then can loosen the 4 bolts, take the head off. You need to move that flat out of the recess, then you can withdraw the quill. You'll know I am struggling. I've admitted defeat, really. I've admitted defeat, that's why I'm back here again. So if a man can put it together, then Ian can take it apart. But normally when I'm taking it apart, I'm doing it for scrap, and it doesn't really matter. I'll just get me £3 screwdriver on it, grinder on it, and win. But I can't with this. I've got to do it proper. Anyway, if you look on this side, there's nothing here. There's that. Nothing here. Splitting the casting. You can't take that. You can't take this off because the screw is attached, because the lead screw goes through the phosphor bronze nut which is screwed to the quill. So I'm stuck. I can't withdraw the acme thread all the way through the bottom or all the way through the top. If I wind this all the way to the bottom, then indeed pull it the other way. That's the top of the lead screw and it's currently flush. I'll do it the other way. Come on. And that sinks in a little bit, but as far as I could tell, it doesn't sink in enough. I can take the lead screw out. But I can't take the lead screw go straight. But I can't take the lead screw out anyway because it goes through the phosphor bronze nut which is attached to the quill by those 2 bolts which are at the bottom. That's my problem. Right, I've had advice, I've got the instructions. What have I done wrong? Show you. Okay, but first, let's use this torch. Let's see if I can show you what I've been looking at. So I've lined the 2 holes up. Now, bear with me on this, people. Focus down there. There we are. So the bottom of that hole, it's an Allen headed bolt. And no matter how I slightly adjust this left and right, I can't see the edges of that bolt. Well, you have to bear with me here, people. I'm going to show you what I've done. I need to take this back up a bit, like that. Right, so what did I do? I enlarged that hole. I went up in incremental drill sizes until I could just see the edges of the Allen screw, and then with a little bit of difficulty extracted the Allen screw. That one. It ain't a long thread. It's about 12-13mm thread. But what did I mean by I've done something wrong? Well, I'll show you why. There's the original hole. See, that is not designed to come out of that hole. So the instructions I were given, which was line those 2 holes up and extract that, isn't quite right. Unless they meant that I don't have to fully take it out, which is what I've done. Which is why I haven't yet drilled out that hole. Well, that means if that is not meant to come all the way out through that hole, then how did they get it in the first place? To me, that says that that phosphor bronze nut has to have like a slotted track at the bottom. You put the head in and you slide it over, and maybe a little recess so it drops in, and then you tighten it up through those holes. Which case, if I'm correct, you don't need to withdraw it all. All you've got to do is withdraw it a certain amount so it clears the machine flat. Then you can undo that and the hole lifts off. So that's what I mean when I say I've done something wrong. Well, I've done something half wrong. It's not right what I've done. Yes, I've managed to extract it, and I can do the other one the same. But that's not doing it the way the designers designed it to be. I'm going to call this video it. Getting late in the shed tonight. Well, tomorrow, before I drill and enlarge the other hole out and extract the other socket head, which incidentally is not damaged in the slightest. Tomorrow I'm going to undo the other one as much as possible and undo all the nuts on that head. I'll see if it comes off. But I did that in the first instance and it didn't. I don't know, I'm still as much puzzled. You can probably tell. One way or another it's coming off. I'll keep you lot informed. Good night, Ian in the shed, out.